What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Go news alert. Today we have a little bit to talk about, so let's get right into it. So first off, I wanted to say that this is the new camera setup. Let me know what you think. I just wanted to make it a little bit better because honestly, the way it was, I sort of just had it like really blank behind me and it was sort of not at an angle. It didn't look great. And the lighting was not very good at all. So I wanted to make sure that the lighting was the best it could possibly be for what I have right now. Obviously, I will be getting a more professional lighting setup in the future, but right now I have some decent studio lights, so I figured I might as well make the best of them. Also, I think having a lot of my collection here adds a little bit more to the general video, and I can sort of put stuff up here if it's relevant to the video too. So I do think that's pretty fantastic. I'll probably have a better angle, even better than this in the future, but right now it works. So first off, today we're going to be talking about some specifics of the Buddy update because there are some things that we didn't know about that I do want to discuss with you guys, including what I recommend personally you use as your first Buddy Pokemon. So first off, now we know that you have to walk 5 kilometers for every single rare Pokemon candy. Now we thought it was going to be 3 kilometers, which would have been a little bit more manageable, but now it's not, so it definitely does make your priorities change a little bit. For instance, if you wanted to evolve your Dratini into a Dragonite, I don't think you're going to be doing that anymore considering it takes over 700 kilometers to get all the candies necessary. So the Buddy system hasn't even rolled out for everyone. The only reason we know about it right now is because there are some people around the world and a lot of people in San Francisco that have been able to actually get the Buddy Pokemon update, and also there's the APK that all the people on Android can get. Hopefully by the time you guys are watching this, everyone around the world will have access to it, but as of now, a lot of us don't. Which may or may not be the reason why I haven't gotten any footage of it. On the complete opposite side of all the rare Pokemon having 5k distances per candy, we have Jigglypuff and Pikachu candies being at 1k. So every single time you walk a kilometer with one of them, you're going to get a candy. I and a lot of other people on the Sylph Road subreddit seem to think that this is a way for Niantic to actually try to balance the meta. Because right now, obviously, we see a lot of Vaporeon because Eevee is really easy to get, and Vaporeon is extremely powerful compared to how easy Eevee is to get. You also see a lot of Snorlaxes because those are super accessible if people can get lucky enough to hatch them or find them. And obviously you're going to see Dragonite because there are some people that are able to get a lot of Dratinis very fast. Now these are the 3 Pokemon you can expect to see constantly in Pokemon Go at gyms and just among people that play the game a lot. Now if they decided to rebalance stat distributions based off of speed as well as the other stats, then electric Pokemon would be a lot more powerful, namely Raichu and Jolteon to a lesser extent. This means that I do think they're trying to balance the meta because first of all, I do want to say that WIGGLYTUFF is an extremely powerful Pokemon, and a decent WIGGLYTUFF can take down a very powerful Dragonite. And second, because if they ever decide to actually balance Raichu or just generally electric Pokemon that are fast, then we'll be able to see a very large power increase there, which will make, for instance, a Vaporeon that might be powerful now a little bit less relevant than it already is. That's a pretty commonly accepted theory in the Sylph Road right now. I don't know if it's true. Obviously, none of us but the Niantic employees themselves do, but I do think that it does have a lot of sense to it. And finally, for this episode, I wanted to talk about the most recent Easter egg added to the game in the Buddy update because it's a really cool one, guys. If you guys don't already know, at the beginning of the Pokemon anime, beginning of Season 1, Ash first got Pikachu, and Pikachu took a little while to warm up to him. Just yesterday, there was a thread posted on the Sylph Road subreddit saying that there actually is a new Easter egg in Pokemon Go since the Buddy update, and it does have something to do with trying out different Pokemon in the Buddy slot. As you guys can probably imagine, there were tons of people trying to figure out what this brand new Easter egg was, hoping it was relevant to the overarching game, and it really wasn't. After walking 10 kilometers with a Pikachu being your buddy, it'll actually go from sitting on the ground next to you to sitting on your shoulder, which is kind of a neat thing, but definitely not relevant to the game overall. I still think this is I think this is awesome. I think that giving little nods to people that know the anime or the older games and everything like that is a really awesome thing to do, and honestly, it really doesn't take that many resources to come up with these little Easter eggs, and implementing them probably doesn't take much either, so I definitely think that it's worth putting those things in there, even if people that don't understand game development are probably going to get a little angry that tracking isn't in, and that is. And yeah, I've seen that a lot, believe it or not. People that are angry that tracking isn't back in the game because there's a little Easter egg that was put in beforehand. I mean, I'm just as mad as the next guy that tracking isn't in the game right now. I think the original system was perfect, but that's ridiculous, guys, come on. And guys, that is going to be about it for this one. If you have anything to say about today's episode, please drop me a comment in the comment section below. Please drop me a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and until the next Pokemon Go video, peace.